Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Inside Eden with your design bestie, Jamie Roddy. I love this question today. How can I make my modest home look more luxurious? And I love this question because it's near and dear to my heart. And this is something that I actually coach my clients on that have very immodest homes, frankly. So, a lot of these tips and tricks are not just for you who are still in your manifesting era, in your Target home girl, home goods, but still stunning era. This is also for you viewers who have fine homes and maybe you're not treating them quite as nicely as you should. We can all exude luxury no matter the size of our mans. So let's get into it. Number one, far and away, is clutter. If you live in a small house right now and it's cluttered, I have bad news for you. When you live in a big house, it will also be cluttered. It has nothing to do with the size of the house. It has to do with you and your kind of living situations, because half of the houses that I go into that are my clients, the first thing I say is, yes, we can upgrade and you can feel more luxurious, but you've got to declutter. Let's start with a garage sale, right? Let's start with how many of these things can we give away to our maids and nannies? So this is a real deal and it has nothing to do with the size of your house. I promise you. Oh, I saw this really good clip on social media the other day, and she said you should treat all of your possessions as if they're employees. And if they're not doing their job anymore, you need to fire them. And that really hit. I loved it. I've lived in 3,000 square foot. Then I lived in 700 square foot. Then it was 1,200 square foot. Now it's 1,800 square foot. And I promise you, none of them are cluttered. I am just not a clutter person. I'll just throw stuff away. So work on that with yourself. Doesn't matter the size of your house. Don't clutter. Number two is a signature scent. When you first walk in the door, beauty, luxury is a multi-sensory thing. So I want to be lovingly assaulted in all of my senses, not just visually, as soon as I walk in your door. So get some candles. You can get cheap candles from the grocery store as long as you tear the labels off and stick them in like curated vessels that you find. The little reed diffusers work okay in smaller spaces. I'm a big fan, huge fan actually, of the electronic diffusers that you can get. I create my own signature scents. That's just a fun hobby that I have where I take different oils and I create a scent that I like for myself, because I find a lot of the ones that you buy prefab are just a little too cloying, or it's like that hotel scent that everybody has, and that's kind of obnoxious too. I'm kind of tired of walking into people's houses and they all smell the same. Speaking of when you first walk in the door, let's step back to the front door and have a flirty little entry moment from the very first knock. I had so much fun spinning around the internet for you guys, looking for all these quality, rad, substantial door knockers. This is such a gorgeous, fine, how do you do as soon as before you even walk through the door. So imagine it. You walk to the door and then you pick up a mermaid's tail or a bumblebee, and it's brass and it's cool and it's just like a quirky, fun moment. Or it's just, maybe it's not something so quirky, but it's substantial and you get to knock on it and it's oddly gratifying. And then you open the door and you're hit with a gorgeous scent before you even see anything. Also in the entryway, an often overlooked detail that's so easy is an umbrella vessel, like a quality, delicious, functional umbrella vessel. This is obviously needed a lot more in other places than in Los Angeles, where I do a lot of work, but a lot of my work in Florida, there's always an umbrella vessel there. So think about that. I mean, your entry overall should be a delicious hello. And that's just one way you can do it. Another thing that anytime that you've ever liked a photo online of a home, a fine home, a luxury home, there were fresh cut flowers in it. End of story. If you want your home to feel a luxury vibe, high vibrational, get some fresh cut flowers, and you don't have to have $150 arrangements weekly delivered like a lot of my clients. Trader Joe's is your hero. Astrolomeria is one of my favorite little flower moments, and they're $5 a bunch. You could steal them from your neighbors. I'm not going to tell, but you need to have fresh cut flowers in your home. A big fan for me is all white. I've had clients and friends that tell their sons and husbands, don't ever buy me flowers that aren't all white. So you want to maybe stay away from carnations, maybe stay away from dyed Gerber daisies, heaven forbid. But fresh cut flowers, period, exudes luxury. Switch them out once weekly. It's just vibrancy and health, which brings me to my next one, which is fresh fruit in a gorgeous little bowl. And this bowl is going to be so fun for you to find. I guarantee you right now, if you go to your local Goodwill or similar, even to the next garage sale you see, there's going to be a jazzy, stunning little fruit bowl moment there for you. They're everywhere. They can be all kinds of like crystal, gold, all kinds of, kitschy, gaudy things. You're going to put fruit in it. A couple different reasons. One, fruit is healthy. And people with money, we're talking about luxury, so we can't avoid that, are healthy for the most part. These are people who can afford healthy choices. So instead of reaching for a bag of chips, you're going to pluck up a plum that's just sitting there on the counter looking all delicious. You're going to get a little cutie, a little orange guy. Have a healthy snack moment. You probably know this or not if you don't watch TV in Mexico, but I love that it's law that their commercials for any beauty products, whether it be shampoo, makeup, mascara, doesn't matter. At the bottom in bold letters, it always says health is beauty. And that is so true. So not only, this is such a twofer, right? Because not only are you going to go find a stunning little bowl moment, but you're also going to have stunningly healthy things inside of it. And that is a luxury vibe glow up. Okay, another one that I see that goes along with the clutter thing, too many family photos, too many friends' photos all over the place. Try to replace those with art as often as possible and relegate your family photos, your friend photos to specific places. My favorite thing to do in a high-end home when people want to do family photos is I'm laughing because half the time they'll have like this huge canvas of their children, and I'm just like, take that down immediately. So, but what I do like to do in a fine home where we have superfluous hallways is utilize one of those hallways for a tasteful black and white family art gallery situation. I'm a big fan of that. I am a fan of utilizing a specific bookshelf specifically for family photos. In general, guys, I really like black and white over color if you can. Imagine a bookshelf. It's got tons of colorful books and plants and tchotchkes and all the things and all these colorful photos, and it just feels cluttered, right? Even when I described it, it felt cluttered. So if you have colorful books and colorful tchotchkes and little plants, and then you have, tasteful black and white photos there, it's kind of grounding. It's a little more elegant. So consider that. Consider paring down some of your personal artifacts for some more artistic ones. That brings me to another point. When I am accessorizing fine homes, we generally are utilizing larger accessories. So again, it's this whole clutter theme keeps coming up. As opposed to tiny little crumb tchotchkes everywhere, it's larger accessories, larger object de decor. So consider that no matter the size of your space. Now, hear this. You will never walk into a fine luxury home that exudes suchness. There are plenty of fine homes where the people are not, shall I say, possibly, I shouldn't say deserving of the home. We're all deserving of a fine home, but perhaps not utilizing the elegance of the home to its fullest. There's plenty of those. However, if you want to exude fine home, before you have one, or if you have one. Anything functional but ugly is hidden, friends. There is no luxurious fine home where you visibly see surge protectors. That's not a thing. In fine homes, we don't see wires. There are boxes for remote controls. The routers are hidden in specific spaces and cabinets. So no matter the size of your house, follow suit therein. Anything functional but ugly is hidden. You know what else is functional but ugly are the soap dispensers that you get from the grocery store. You are not advertising soft soap. Your bathroom should instead be exuding apothecary or curated vessels, not soft soap. Okay, friends? So immediately switch those out. That is a luxury high end touch that you can do at your kitchen sink, that you can do in every one of your bathrooms as well, and definitely should. You're not advertising for Dawn here. I've said it before. I will probably say it again, and specifically right now, but accent walls are cheapening your space if you have one. For the most part, it's giving dorm room. It's giving, I couldn't afford to paint all the walls. If you're really feeling like you want an accent wall moment, I will allow you the ceiling. The ceiling is your new accent wall. I'm loving a good wallpapered ceiling right now. And it exudes luxury through the whole space, but it's way less expensive than wallpapering all the walls. An accent wall gives dorm room, and we're going to get away from that. Another tip I've given you before in another episode is the HVAC returns. You can switch those out, even if you're just renting. They are not egregiously expensive, but they're an eyesore everywhere that you don't really notice until right now I'm bringing it up to you. You will notice when you change them out for high-end decorative ones. And when I say high-end, it's just a high-end look. It's really not that crazy expensive. So whether your home is 5,000 square feet or 500 square feet, these are the touches that you can do because every day can be luxurious, no matter the size of your house, and it should be. We all deserve that. Okay, so until I see you next time, check us out on Instagram at Eden LA Interiors, TikTok, Facebook, all of the things. It is always a pleasure answering your questions here, so keep asking them. But for now, it's your girl, Jamie Roddy, out. Ciao for now.